shots at a few of the teams and things like that. So that's what I did. I really enjoy making those videos. Now, I know I'm not a rapper, and that's not why I make them. And, you know, if anybody watches those videos and says, oh, my God, he's a terrible rapper, then they're watching the videos for the wrong reason. I mean, I do it for entertainment. It's fun. You know, if I can, you know, put a couple little funny clips in there, that's what I do. But it is fun to do. And because I'm not a good rapper, it takes me a long time to do them, which is why I don't do them very often, because it's not easy for me to sit down and write a rap. It takes a while for me to come up with that, you know, that kind of thing. It's not something that just comes naturally to me. But they're a lot of fun to do, and I think we were talking earlier off the air, but I think it's about time I do another one here. So if you're listening and you like the Uncle Lou raps that you've heard, or if you haven't heard them, check them out. They're on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/crazyunclelou. But be on the lookout in the next week or so. I'm going to be putting out Uncle Lou's third single here. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, all right. Did you do some video game ones too, or was that not you? There's somebody with the exact same name.
No, I never did any video games.
I've done some trash talk with video games. You may saw some of mine in the past I did with video games. One of the popular ones that I use is Fight Night Champions, and I've done it in the past with BBD. And just a few weeks ago, I did one with a Clemson fan, and because we were going back and forth, and so I did a video to where I set it up like this epic build-up, and then we actually had a boxing match in the ring, and I created like his purple and orange attire, and I had my red and black attire, had the ring music and everything. And I've done some videos in the past that I kind of I put together some trash talk along with video games. I do a lot because I've done songs in the past, and Uncle Lou knows I've actually got a song I'm going to be doing to a Clemson fan. I may get that out in the next day or two, but I do a little bit of everything, you know, whether I do trash talk with songs, basic videos. I've got this alter ego character I use. I've used video game trash talk. So I use a little bit of it all, you know, a little something for everybody.
All right. Before you go back to the Georgia, you know, talk, I'm sure you all got, you know, some other things you want to talk about. But for those that do not do YouTube videos, y'all and think it's easy. It's not easy to create a video and know what you're talking about and to look good in front of camera. That is not easy at all, and I'm sure both these guys will tell you that.
Well,
it's not easy to do, and well, I mean, anybody can record themselves babbling into a phone or a camera and upload it to YouTube, but, you know, some of my videos, you know, I just do off the top of my head, but the majority of my videos, I mean, you do have to take some time ahead of time and kind of think about, you know, what you want to talk about, specific things you want to say, things like that. You know, and I think the most important thing, if anybody's thinking about doing it, is, you know, just have fun with it. Try not to take yourself too seriously. I mean, I don't. I mean, when I upload a video, I don't really care whether 5 people watch it or 500 or 5,000 or 5. You know, that's not why I'm doing it. It's fun to do, and you know, that's really it.
Now, I can't say the same thing, because when I first started the Trash Talking Circle back in 2009, I did a video that a Tennessee fan, he gave it the name, the Lethal Weapon video. Now, I was coming out talking all this mad shit, you know, and man, people started jumping on me left and right. And it really pissed me off. You know, this was really before I knew anybody, and I did take things a little seriously, so I created what is now known as the Lethal Weapon video. I got up on camera, and I started pulling out, like, my guns and swords and throwing knives, and I just went ape shit. And you can actually, I mean, on the original channel that was on, it's deleted, but a friend of mine on there who's a Florida fan, he actually has it on one of his older channels, so it can still be seen on YouTube. And I remember I just went crazy, man. I started showing, like, my shotgun, my Smith & Wesson 40 caliber pistol I got. I was busting out swords and throwing shotgun shells at the camera and shit like that. And the Tennessee fan that dubbed it the Lethal Weapon video, when we had our hate week that year, he kind of spoofed it. He got up on camera and took pizza cutters and butter knives and was going So people gave me so much crap for that for a long time, but now, I know it's all in good fun, but at one time I did take things a little seriously, but that was all in the past. I mean, 2009 was probably the TTC will never be what it was in 2009, and the main thing I think that the TTC suffers from now, it's like after that first year, everybody got to know each other. We started hanging out in Uvu, and at that time I was doing like blog TV casts. Let's see, I don't think anybody really Skyped or anything like that, but we started talking and just got to know each other, and we found out that, people in TTC were actually pretty cool people. We were just talking shit just to have fun. So 2009, man, it was a real epic year because you had people going off left and right. But the thing is, it was funny. I look back at some of my videos and I laugh at it. It's like, man, did I really pull out my damn shotgun and point it at the camera? But yeah, I mean, I do it. I mean, it's fun. Uncle Lou's on some things. That like to do a lot of editing, that can be a time-consuming process.
Oh yeah.
Depending on what you want in it. Now, I've done videos. I've done TTC videos, and I do other videos on the side. Sometimes I've sat in front of that computer for 6-7 hours doing editing alone. So it all depends on what you want to do. I mean, it can be time-consuming, but it's fun, and anybody that wants to give it a shot, I recommend it. Just don't come in, thinking you're the shit, because you're going to have all the old timers and old schoolers jumping on you with the quickness.
Yeah, and if somebody's doing a YouTube video with pictures and trying to match them with music and everything else, that's a bitch too. That sometimes takes me days. I
do a lot of that kind of stuff, and that's really hard to do. The Lane Kiffin, I don't have, and I think most people who do YouTube videos, we don't have professional editing equipment. We have a laptop, and we're downloading free programs off the internet to try to help us do some of this kind of stuff. But the Lane Kiffin video I uploaded, I mean, you have to take the time to find all the Lane Kiffin pictures you want to use. Now, on that video, I had the Deliverance music playing throughout the whole video. Well, on the editing program that I have, which is a free program that comes on Windows computers, it's not the most advanced. You can only have one soundbite running. You can't have multiple sound bites running consecutively. So I would have to load the pictures up, save that file, reopen the file, add the Deliverance music to run the length of the whole video, save that as a file, then reopen that entire file, and then add the quotes to time up with where each picture came up in the sequence. And it's not easy to do. And the rap videos, too, I have to find the tune that I want to use, load up that tune, and then I have to rap the lyrics without using the music because my laptop doesn't record my voice. I have to actually record my voice on my phone while the music is playing on the laptop, then load the voice file from my phone to the laptop. It can be very time-consuming when you start doing those kinds of things. Now, these people that have professional editing equipment, it's a lot easier to do, I'm sure. It takes a lot less time, and, they know what they're doing. I'm figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
But, it's worthwhile to take a little bit of time sometimes, and other times I'll just go out on the porch, sit down, pull my phone out, make a 5 or 6 minute video and upload it straight to YouTube, and it takes no time at all. So it really just depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than using Windows Media Center, forgetting to save it, and then in the middle of the video after 2 hours later, it just freezes and you lose everything.
Yeah, well, you can ask Magnum. I spent half a day the other day making that Lane Kiffin video, uploaded it to YouTube, and then realized I uploaded the wrong file, so it didn't have any of the Deliverance music in it. So I had to delete that video off of YouTube before a bunch of people started commenting on it, and then redo the whole thing and upload it the right way. I mean, yeah, it can be aggravating for sure.
All right, now I'm going to let you all get back to Georgia Talk. I'll give you all another half hour. My mess up today.
No, it's all good. I mean, we're having some entertaining conversations. Actually, talking about TTC videos. I mean, it's kind of taking me back in time to 2009, man. Like, woo! Man, if I could go back to 2009 and relive that season, that was just a fun time to do videos. I mean, you had a lot of people that was doing stuff. Now, in the NFL TTC, now those guys are on a whole nother level. I remember you got guys that are up at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, calling each other's house, prank calling, talking crap to somebody's wives and stuff like that. I'm like, woo, y'all are taking it a little too serious. And I know a lot of times there have been talks of somebody getting a plane ticket, flying over, and busting one in somebody's head. That's going a little too far.
Well, coming from the East Coast,
I don't think I would ever try to take it that far.
Coming from the East Coast originally, there are people that actually do that. There are some sick mofos out there, believe it or not.
I believe it.
I mean, those NFL TTC guys, I mean, a lot of them are funny, but then it's like there was a period of time it was just like they were doing videos about people's mothers saying a lot of vile stuff, then calling like finding somebody's number and calling like 1 o'clock in the morning and like harassing somebody. I mean, it got out of hand for a little while. And the college TTC, I mean, it's had some stuff said in videos, but I don't think, I mean, it's never been mentioned. I don't think anybody's ever got somebody's number like that and was making phone calls and harassing somebody's wife. I don't think that's happened in the college TTC.
All right, one last thing I wanted to say, and I don't mean to cut you all off. Great job so far. Your first show you did last week, you have over 300 listeners. That's not bad for no advertising at all.
Oh, I haven't even checked in a few days. I didn't realize it was up that high.
Yeah, it's at 293.
Speaking of listeners, I mean, where are all the Auburn fans at, man? Where are you guys at? I mean, we're sitting here talking about SEC. I mean, you guys made the national title game last year, and you guys are nowhere to be seen. As a matter of fact, my whole time on the TTC, I think we've had one serious Auburn trash talker, and I think he lasted maybe like a year. Other than that, Auburn hasn't had like any representatives. I mean, I understand that the retarded gene pool may not know how to operate a camera correctly, but still, I mean, you guys have got to, show up. I mean, come on now, you got to give us a challenge. I mean, I've said it last week. We don't discriminate against retards. Feel free to call in. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, we'll argue with you. We're not going to bite. So there's no sense in being afraid. Anybody can call in. Whether you're right or wrong, we'll let you know. So yeah, the more people that call in, the more entertaining the show will be, I'm sure.
Yeah, if we can get more callers, like Unc, and the other guy that called in, we could have a really, really good show. Go back and forth. I mean, have several teams call in. It's like last 2 weeks we've heard from the Miami fan base. We had Bo Nose and last week, and Unc called last week. Some of you other teams out there, come on and call in, chime in. Tell us why you think your team is going to do something, and just don't give us the fact that we're better and that's it. No, if you're going to call in and talk to us, you better break it down and know a little something. Otherwise, we will embarrass you on the air.
Trust,
we'll let you know if you're an idiot.
Trust, in another 4 weeks, once the season starts, you're going to have all kinds of callers. I'm going to be like Mr. Super Moderator.
Hey, man, the more callers, the better. That makes the show. I mean, that makes the show a lot better. And what's funny? It's like the Alabama fan base. They're represented really well on YouTube. But you know what? 2 weeks we haven't had one caller from the University.
You know what? You bring up a good point. You can't find any Auburn fans. Well, there are plenty of Alabama fans. So let's talk to the Alabama fans for a minute here.
All right.
Now, I understand.
Hold on 1 second. You got a caller from Douglasville, Georgia.
Yeah. All right.
Hello?
Yep, you're on air, man.
Yeah.
Who's this?
What's up, Magnum and Uncle Lou? I'm Reamer. I'm the one who made my channel. I'm a Dogs fan.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man?
I've seen your video. What's up, buddy?
What's up? I just want you to get our take on these Clemson fans. I'm seeing their videos, and They keep saying that the defensive line is going to dominate our offensive line. They're going to shut our office down. What do you think about that? Because I think